What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of What's the Scoop? We are your hosts,
I'm Jay.
Austin,
Wyatt.
and we're getting ready to hit you in the jaw with some hard-hitting sports news. Be sure to catch us on our podcast, What's the Scoop, where we keep up with all the big sports information in and around the leagues. So what's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Man, doing good, brother. I'm good. Austin, what's good, my brother? Wyatt?
Lots of stuff going on in the sports world, so it's going to be a fun one today.
Let's get right to it. Starting off with the MLB World Series, the Houston Astros have tied up the series 2-2 and completed the first ever no-hitter in the World Series as they beat the Phillies 5-0 last night in Game 4. It was a combined effort in throwing the no-hitter as ace Christian Javier led the way, throwing 9 strikeouts, which included five consecutive strikeouts in the 4th and 5th inning, and earned the win. The Astros scored all 5 runs in the 5th inning, which was enough to put the Phillies away. Game 5 is tonight with the start time of 5:03. Both teams will be fighting for their lives to take a pivotal 3-2 lead in the World Series. The pitching for tonight's matchup is Justin Verlander versus Noah Syndergaard. Gentlemen, your thoughts on this World Series matchup so far?
Listen, man, I got the Phillies winning the whole series. I'm excited. It was a great no-hitter. Justin Verlander, he did his thing. He did a good job. But we cannot take for granted that he has issues when it comes to his pitching ability and trying to close those games out. So, listen, I got the Phillies taking this whole World Series. Yeah, they're 2-2, but we got to understand something. Who's the more hungrier dog? Is it Houston with all the issues they got going on, or is it Philadelphia, the Phillies? Look, these guys are ready, man. They came ready. Nobody's seen them come in. Nobody's seen them coming. Not even the peripheral. You know what I mean? Nobody's seen them coming. No. So you got to understand something. The Houston Astros, they had their reign. They had their issues. But there's that cloud that sits over them in the World Series right now. And I got the Phillies. It's going to stay there. Y'all heard it from me.
Yeah. Going off of that, you got to give Houston some credit despite them being cheaters. They've looked good this year, and especially this postseason. Their pitching staff has been on point. They've showed up. They've done what to do, and clearly it showed because last night they threw a combined no-hitter in the World Series, something that doesn't happen a lot. This pitching matchup, however, tomorrow, Justin Verlander, he's been solid. He's killed it his entire career. He is 0-6 career in the World Series.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, against Noah Syndergaard, who Thor, you can't count out Thor, God and Lord of Thunder. And this Phillies lineup is just too good. They got a lot of power, and it's in Philadelphia again. So I think Philadelphia is going to come out this on top.
For sure, man.
All right, man. Well, sure to be an exciting series the rest of the way forward, and it's anyone's game. So tune in tonight on Fox to catch that.
All right. Well, kind of going off of that, let's talk about some of the football because this past Tuesday we had the trade deadline, and it was a pretty busy one to say the least.
On the move.
Some of the big names that were on the move were Christian McCaffrey, Roquan Smith, Bradley Chubb, Calvin Ridley, Chase Claypool, just to name a few. What are your guys' thoughts on these big moves? Who was the winner? Who are the losers? And let's just talk about what's going on.
Listen, hey, y'all see me pointing. Y'all see it here. Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. He's going to one of the best defensive organizations in the NFL. Yeah. I give it to you. I don't have my Pittsburgh Steelers stuff on. I don't have the steel curtain on, but it's all good. We're going to show him some love. Listen, it's a good look, man. It's just like bringing back another marriage like Terrell Suggs and Ray Lewis, right? Now you got Roquan Smith coming back with my man Patrick Queen.
Yeah, they look dynamic.
They're going to be dynamic, man. So I really think with that trade, it's a great trade. Chase Claypool, not doing nothing too big. I think the big talk, again, is Christian McCaffrey going to the 49ers. Okay, it's a beautiful marriage,
you guys did get
man.
a second-round pick for Chase Claypool.
And that's wonderful.
I think you guys are winners of that.
Yeah, we good. Boom.
Christian McCaffrey, want to add in a little bit on Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey, he clearly has shown he's still got some life to him. Last couple years in Carolina, he was carrying that organization, and breaking down as he went, and now he's on a team with a legitimate O-line to run behind, because I can get 50 yards on 8 touches if I was running behind Trent Williams. And clearly he is multi-talented in the game, throwing for a touchdown pass, catching a touchdown pass, and rushing for one. Only the second time that's ever happened in the NFL.
Talk about a utility weapon.
Right. So despite the Niners having to give up a bunch of draft capital, I think this was a really big move, a bigger trade than the Russell trade, I think. And San Francisco looks like they are in line to make a deep playoff run.
A first-round pick either.
No.
So. And then one more, I think the Miami Dolphins got a win here with Bradley Chubb to solidify that defense. That offense has been cooking.
They've been cooking, man. Offense
with Tua and them weapons they have on them receivers. The question marks were around Tua after getting that big hit, and that might have knocked some sense into him, because he's playing the lights out.
Let's talk about real quick just the ultimate winner, the Miami Dolphins. We were talking right before this show, and the trade for the ultimate trade for Trey Lance.
Trey Lance, yeah.
Those 3 picks that the Dolphins got out of it, they got Jalen Waddle, they traded first round to the Chiefs for Tyreek Hill, and they got Bradley Chubb out of it.
Yeah.
So
for Trey Lance, I mean, talk about
the ultimate winner, playing a long-term game here.
They the real champs. Right
for real.
All right. Well, it makes a very interesting season moving ahead. Let's go into this week's matchups. Starting out with Thursday night.
You want to talk about it a bit, Jay? Thursday night game coming up.
Hey, listen, we got the great Philadelphia Eagles. Listen, they 7-0. What's more to say about them but Jalen Hurts and that offense and that defense? So amazing. These guys have been doing their thing. Listen, they're playing the Houston Texans. What more is there to talk about? I got the Eagles winning this game, y'all.
Yeah, easy peasy. I think Eagles are next to the Bills, are the most complete team in the NFL.
Facts.
On offense, on defense, Jalen Hurts has multiple people to throw to.
A.J. Brown with his 3 touchdowns last week, man.
He's doing great.
We see right there, man.
Philadelphia Brown right there.
Philadelphia Brown. Forget Hollywood Brown. We got Philadelphia Brown in the building. And sorry you put a hurting on your Steelers, man.
It's okay, man.
It happens, right?
Things happen. It happens to the best of us, you know what I mean? But I think also, too, we got to look at Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. That's a good marriage right there. The new head coach, and you have a quarterback starting off, a new, fresh quarterback, plays. Everybody is meshing well.
He's taking that leadership position.
He's taking that role, man.
Yeah, we're kind of going off to that. Let's see if the Eagles can come out on top. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm sure you guys are too.
Yeah, for sure,
But
man.
some of these Sunday morning matchups coming up, some of the games to keep an eye out for are the 4-3 Chargers taking on the NFC South leading. The NFC South leading Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
On top of that, we got the 6-1 Bills taking on another surprising 5-3 New York Jets.
Yeah.
And another surprising 6-1 Minnesota Vikings taking on the 4-4 Washington Commanders. Jay, what are your thoughts on this Chargers-Falcons game? Because you have one full team, one offensively explosive team like the Chargers taking on the underdog Atlanta Falcons.
Listen, man, what are we talking about, man? Listen, the Chargers, the Los Angeles Chargers, I got Justin Herbert, man. He, as him coming in right now to the game, he's doing his thing, okay? We got the Atlanta Falcons. We know what they were doing last year, the years before that. Now they have Marcus Mariota. They have other type of wide receivers. He has a wide receiver core around him. The new head coach, I think that is meshing well. What I'm very, very shocked about, the division sucks right now, but these guys, Atlanta Falcons is what I'm talking about, have been doing a great job, man. I have them winning the division over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So it is what it is. I got them winning that division. So you know what that means. They're making to the playoffs, man. So we'll see how they look when it comes to a playoff run.
You got Chargers?
I got the Chargers, though, beating these guys, man.
All right, let's talk about the Bills and Jets for a second. We all know about the Bills. We'll get to them. But how about the Jets? 5-3 Jets. They're up there streaking and at the right time too. Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
He was hurt for the first couple of games. He's putting some things together. They suffered a blowing blow by losing Breece Hall. But they picked it up. They signed James Robinson. They got some depth there, and I mean they got nothing to lose. It seems like they've been losing for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you say? And how else to put an exclamation point by taking off the Bills? Knocking off the Bills, that makes you a legit team.
Legit guys, man.
As Miami Dolphins are the only one to do that before.
Yeah.
Giving them their 6-1 record. But like I said, the Bills, I mean,
it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a hard fight. I got that game being a very defensive battle, but I got the Bills, man, beating them by a touchdown in the field goal, 10 points, man.
That boy Josh Allen is nasty.
Right.
He's nasty, man.
And then on top of that, Zach Wilson's, although he's looking a lot better than last year, has still been inconsistent coming back in. I think the Jets looked a lot better when they had Joe Flacco, the brow, in at quarterback. And they just need to stick to that running game that's got them to this 5-3 record, because the last game against New England, Zach Wilson looked rough, and it showed. However, the Bills are unbeatable until proven otherwise, and Miami is clearly the only team that can say that, and I don't see any sort of upset going on this game.
Yeah, no upset on this game here, y'all.
The Bills, Josh Allen is now taking down the last 3 MVPs.
Yeah.
And Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and Aaron Rodgers this season. I don't know who's going to stop him.
Yeah. Well, kind of going down the list, we got this the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Washington Commanders. The Vikings literally have come out of nowhere. I'm learning about their record today, and I just saw when were they 6-1? But they have been
stay woke.
Stay up.
Stay woke.
The Vikings are showing out. Stay up.
Yeah, and Minnesota is killing it for sure. Kirk Cousins. Hopefully this isn't a primetime game, because this could be a different outcome. But the Vikings we didn't talk about. They acquired T.J. Hawkinson from the Lions.
Yeah, they did.
Adding to that offensive powerhouse that Minnesota is having.
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook. And however, I will say, for the Commanders, since Taylor Heineke has filled in for Carson Wentz, their team has looked a lot better. Taylor McLaurin has looked a lot better because he has head over heels a lot more chemistry with Heineke than he did with crybaby Carson Wentz. And then Antonio Gibson went off as well, probably for one of the first times this year.
In a while, right.
So it could go either way. I don't want to count Washington out, but with how stacked Minnesota looks on paper, I think they're coming out on top.
They do look better. Instead of Elf on the shelf, Wentz on the bench. It's a good fit
Wentz on the bench. Come on now. Yeah, man.
All right. Well, let's get into the afternoon games. We got the red-hot NFC West leading Seattle Seahawks against the Arizona Cardinals, and the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Buccaneers. Why? What you got on them Seahawks, man?
The Seahawks are shocking everybody.
Come on.
Nobody in this room, nobody that follows the NFL even casually would have thought the Seahawks would have gotten more than 5 wins.
Right.
I am guilty as charged. I don't think they were going to get more than 5 wins this year. They're 5-3 right now, and they're playing against a team they have already beaten. Their defense showed up, kind of like their defense is starting to show up. These last couple games, they've started to lock down. They let the Giants had a season low 78 rushing yards last week, which is killer. And then their offense too. Let's talk about that. Geno Smith is clicking on all cylinders. That offense has looked as good as it's looked in years, especially the last couple years with Russ at the helm.
And what is he like? First in quarterback rating?
First quarterback rating.
Completion percentage up there in quarterback rating. He's the NFC Player of the Month.
Yeah, he's doing his thing,
which is saying something. Kenneth Walker III and Tyreek Woolen are also the NFC Rookies of the Month.
Yeah.
This has to be one of the shortest rebuilds I've ever experienced as a football fan, much less a Seahawks fan. I think they're in good shape against the Arizona Cardinals, who will be a tougher challenge since DeAndre Hopkins is back. But I still see Seattle coming out on top.
I agree. Same here. I like this. Look, Geno Smith, he's been doing his thing, man. And people don't forget, he was number 1. He was a first-round pick. I think it was number 2 or number 3 or something like that.
Second round, I
second
believe.
round.
Second round pick.
He was second-round pick.
After throwing for 700 yards in West Virginia.
West Virginia, man. He was that. So
in one game. Yeah,
in one game,
that.
this guy, it's his time to shine. You know, Geno Smith, man. I'm quite sure nobody didn't really see him.
And his revenge tour as he beat the Chargers and the Giants, his ex-teammates.
The Giants, man.
And the Jets later this year.
And the Jets later on.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah, he ain't writing back, huh?
No, he still ain't writing back, man.
Still ain't writing back. He ain't got no pen pals or nothing.
Nah,
so.
some folks done wrote a cash that you know what can check whatever. Check the
Wrote the cash, baby.
Yeah, man.
What about some of the other afternoon games going on?
Yeah.
Like we got the LA Rams and the Bucks going on tonight.
Yeah, we do.
On Sunday.
Yeah.
Keeping it, you know, to the NFC West. The Rams, they've been, man. What you got to say?
I say the Rams. I got the Rams over the Bucks on this one. Even though Cooper Kupp, he's out. I feel Tom Brady, remember they got a lot of injuries too over there in Buccaneer, Tampa Bay land, right?
Yeah,
so I got the Los Angeles Rams on this one. I give them by a touchdown spread. He can finally wake up and throw to Robert Woods. Let's see what the Rams can do,
Robert
man.
Woods is in Tennessee.
He's gonna move to Tennessee.
Robert Woods is in Tennessee. They got Allen Robinson.
Okay.
And you know, Tyler Higbee. They got a couple weapons. You know, disgruntled Cam Akers was supposed to be on the move. He says he doesn't want to play there.
He don't want to play there no
more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, both teams are kind of going through the thing. You know, like you were saying, Tom Brady's without his main man Gronkowski. And now he's out without his wife too. So,
man,
I think
there's a lot going on.
I think it's probably a bit too soon. This is Tom Brady revenge tour, the divorce tour, starting this Sunday.
Oh, man, yeah.
AB ain't going to be tweeting any more about Tom Brady after this week.
This one, man.
All right, primetime matchup for Sunday. We got some heavyweights over here with the Titans and the Chiefs.
Those Chiefs
And the Titans. Listen, the Titans got a quiet 5-2. Quiet 5-2 with Derrick Henry on the run, man. So I don't know, man. These guys are 5-2 as well as the Chiefs are 5-2. Patrick Mahomes has been doing a spectacular thing at that quarterback position like he always does. He's been having an MVP season along with my guy Josh Allen. So those guys is neck and neck right now. But I got the Chiefs, man. I got the Chiefs because of that pass game is just ridiculous.
Him and Juju are finally cooking up.
Yeah.
They are also coming off their bye week too.
Yeah.
But I mean, Derrick Henry, man. Only player in NFL history get 200 yards in 6 games and multiple touchdowns.
Right.
Who's going to stop him?
Yeah.
I know Tannehill's been having some issues. We'll see if he gets a start or not.
I mean, if
Malik Willis,
they'll just hand the ball to Hill.
He had 7 passes. So,
come on, man.
I mean, he might as well line up in the Wildcat formation and just let
keep
Derrick
it going.
Henry,
Just hand him the ball off
What about
and keep
this
it moving.
Monday night game? Your Ravens playing the
Ravens.
New Orleans Saints.
Well, what can I say about that, man? With the addition of Roquan Smith, like you was talking about, man, our defense has to be, if not, one of the best in the league.
For sure.
Our front 7 is devastating. Our secondary, I mean, it's no fly zone, it's no run zone. I don't know what you're going to do. Problem is our offense over here. We've had a lot of injuries. We lost Dobbins. Bateman's been in and out. Mark Andrews has been iffy.
That's right.
But we're playing by committee. Dunabay's been showing up. We just got Gus Edwards back from his injury. So, and Lamar Jackson, he's going to have to step up. And there's no gray area for him. He's either playing extraordinary or he's dogging out. So it's going to take a lot from the former MVP and the leader, Lamar Jackson, and he's going to have to lead his team, and he's going to have to silence all the haters, and whoever's saying he's running back, he's going to have to run it, or he's going to have to do his thing.
Yeah.
So, but also, the Saints, Andy Dalton's kind of been having them. He's kind of been having them on the run, looking kind of like old Andy Dalton, kind of scary. And then Kamara's finally catching his. He had 3 touchdowns last week.
I agree with you.
But
he looking like old Andy Dalton. I'm talking about old now Andy Dalton. Listen, man, the Saints, they terrible to look at. I'm just keeping it real. Whoever Saints fans out there, they terrible to look at. I'm just being honest with the Broncos. Listen, man, the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, he's going to have more rushing yards than Alvin Kamara, on this game. And they're playing, where they playing at? In New Orleans, right? So, listen, I really feel that the Baltimore Ravens is going to walk out of here easy, man. respectfully. You know.
I agree.
You like
I'm going to screenshot that, too, as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
You better do it, too. Do it in the Pittsburgh jersey. No, I'm missing.
Right. We got 10 minutes here, guys. Let's get into some NBA real quick. Man, okay, so all eyes are on the struggling Brooklyn Nets as Steve Nash has just been fired from his head coaching position. And sources say they are looking to sign Emi Udoka as their next coach, who's been suspended by the Celtics, not the NBA, for some inappropriate relationship between him and an employee. I heard the Celtics are kind of upset about that, as the coach that just took them to the NBA Finals was out shopping teams instead of sitting on a suspension. But I mean,
well, going off of that, the Brooklyn Nets also have been in the media for numerous reasons regarding disgruntled players. Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons. Nets are currently 13th in the East in the conference with a 2-6 record. The firing comes as a shock because it's still very early in the season.
Right.
And the team needs to go in a different direction just because things haven't working out, and fans are not going to like mediocrity in New York, as we can tell, as we know.
They expect them to be title contenders, so we'll see how this move plays out.
Yeah, let's stay on topic though, brothers. I want to talk about the struggling title contenders, Los Angeles Lakers, man. Listen, they got their second win in the overtime battle against the New Orleans Pelicans. Okay, the Lakers, they started at 0-5, but now we know they're 2-5. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
we're having
the streaking Lakers
moving on up. Look, check this out. Russell Westbrook. Listen, all the Russells of the talk. Russell Westbrook, man. He has been dominant. He has been demoted, and he's coming off the bench. I think that's better for him. He doesn't want to be there, so he's ready to go. As a first-year head coach, Darvin Ham, he tries to make some adjustments moving forward in the season. The move seems permanent as a head coach for Ham. We would like to see him in the sixth man of the year candidate. So I think that'll be good for him, man. You know, health has plagued this team in the past few years as well. So they got a lot of issues that's going on with the Lakers. But, you know, let's see if they can turn it around, brothers. We'll see if they can turn it around, man.
Yep, and we'll change the topics from struggling teams to triumphant teams.
Come on.
The Milwaukee Bucks
Yeah.
are very hot, and they improved to 7-0 and are the last remaining undefeated team in the league, led by big games from superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's averaging 33.6 points a game, second in the NBA, and nearly 13 rebounds a game. And they're doing all this without fellow star Chris Middleton, who's looking to return soon, as he just signed to the G League affiliate of that team and started practicing. So the powerful Bucks are looking to become that much more powerful. And I got to say, they got the target on their back, and they look like they're ready to go all the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But tonight we got some good games tonight, as the Golden State Warriors will be taking on the up-and-coming Orlando Magic.
Yes, sir.
And following that, the Denver Nuggets will take on the OKC Thunder.
Yes, indeed.
What are you guys' thoughts on these games?
I mean, Steph Curry and Jordan Poole have been leading the Warriors. 3-5 record, not bad, not good. They are the reigning champs, of course, but they started the season under some turmoil with some physical altercations between Draymond Green and Jordan Poole.
Right.
And I've heard that people are looking on to move from Draymond Green. So we'll see where that leads out. And also star Klay Thompson has been struggling to find his rhythm. So there's a lot of questions surrounding the Warriors at the moment. The Magic are led by standout rookie, Seattle native Paolo Banchero,
man,
who seems like a shoo-in for the Rookie of the Year. But other than that, they don't have much else going on right now, as they're 1-7. So, this will be a nice game for the reigning champs to let off some steam. We'll see.
For sure. Yeah, let's talk about these 4-3 Nuggets too, brothers, man. Squaring off against the 4-3 Oklahoma City Thunder. Back-to-back MVP. The Joker looks to lead his team to victory over the Thunder, which I do agree they will, man. It's no hands, no brainer, man. But Shea Alexander, man, that middle name is a struggle, though. I'm not going to do him like that. Shea Alexander, man, he's averaging 31 points a game, man. It's not going to be an easy task for him, though, against these guys. So I got the Denver Nuggets taking this one.
Perfect. But looking into Friday's schedule, we have a full slate of 12 games around the league. Some interesting matchups are the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Toronto Raptors. The Mavericks, led by the #1 scorer in the league, Luka Doncic, with 36 points a game, has put up 30 or more points in all 7 games this season. First player to do that since 1963. Really impressive. The 5-3 Raptors, however, look to come in and end that hot streak in Dallas. We'll see how it goes.
We also have a good matchup between the Portland Trail Blazers and the Phoenix Suns, who also play back-to-back games. So we'll see who can try and get the best of that series. Superstar Damian Lillard has been out of the lineup last couple games, so they look to have him back, and I'm sure he's going to try and let off some steam. And we'll see. It's always a tough matchup against Chris Paul and Devin Booker. We'll see how that goes.
And don't sleep on the Portland Trail Blazers. They've been having a good season starting off right now. Hey, look, check this out. Saturday too, brothers. We got features 8 games around the league. We got 8 games around the league. Excuse me, brother. As we see here, it's highlighted. We got the Celtics versus the Knicks. We got the Pelicans versus the Hawks. Okay. The Celtics, they're 4-3, led by a dynamic duo, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Both of them are averaging over 25 points per game, brother. They're nasty. They're doing their thing. But let's go over and talk about my guy, Jalen Brunson and R.J. Barrett for the Knicks. Hey, listen, they formed a good duo with them guys, man. They're on their own, and they're going to prove that they're going to be an elite team in the East with the Knicks, brothers.
Everyone's talking about that Jalen Brunson signing.
It's a good signing. It's looking good right now.
It's looking good. Got a lot of flack for that in the beginning.
We also got the dynamic 5-3 Atlanta Hawks facing off against the 4-3 New Orleans Pelicans. All-star Trae Young and DeJounte Murray have found good connections to start this season, leading this fast-paced Hawks team. The Pelicans, on the other hand, have been looking like a powerhouse in the West, and hopes to make some playoff noise with the big 3 of Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, and C.J. McCollum. This is going to be a very interesting team to watch.
It is. Yeah.
Going for it. It's nice to see Zion nice and healthy, and we'll see how that goes.
It is.
All right, well, that wraps it up for the NBA. And to finish up our episode today, we got Jay coming in, talking about his thoughts on that Jake Paul and Anderson Silva match, man. We got about 3 minutes here. What you got to talk about on that?
I'm cool with it, man. This is my thing. I love it, brothers. Listen, Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva. Listen, I want to start with Jake Paul's record. His record right now, 6 fights, 6 wins, 4 by knockout, 2 by decision.
6-0, huh?
Asterisks again on all of them.
On all of them. Relax, just relax. He's only knocking out MMA guys. And Anderson Silva, man, my hat's off to him because he's mid-age 40s and he looked pretty decent. He's coming from MMA trying to box, man. It's kind of hard, brothers. You know what I'm saying? Here's my question, though, right? Scratch all his record. He's not a boxer. Not Anderson Silva. Jake Paul, when are you going to fight a true professional boxer? That's my question.
It's an age-old question.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you got to give the Paul brothers credit.
I give
him and his brother Logan because they're marketing geniuses.
They're
the most popular duo in media right now.
Yeah.
Logan win the WWE, killing it.
Yeah.
He's headlining.
He's headlining
pay-per-view stuff.
Yeah. So you got to give both of them credit.
Yeah.
They're not. They're marketing geniuses. They're putting themselves out there.
That's good, man. But I want to see Roman Reigns drop a power bomb on Logan.
You and I both.
Come off the top turnbuckle, bam, drop him down there. But listen, I don't want to take nothing from those brothers. They've been doing an outstanding job. But I'm a boxing head, and I want to see Jake Paul go against. Now it's time to go against true professional boxers.
That's it.
Feel it.
All right, man. Well, big props to Bates Technical College, the BVP program, and College Vision for letting us come and let y'all know what the scoop is. That's all we got for you guys today. And y'all just got hit in the jaw,
man,
with some scoop. So catch us next time on our podcast with a scoop, and we'll see y'all later.
Peace.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was live, man.
That was dope, man. Yeah, baby.